Northwest, there is a special and hateful place these two schools have for each other in their hearts. From Jake Browning's point or Kenny Wheaton running back to score, this game has had plenty of moments, and maybe we'll get another classic in this one. On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Washington Huskies. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington. Husky Stadium is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Ducks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Williams. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
He's going to take off. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that.
Snags it and he's open. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Williams gets it out quickly. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver. They get the completion.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because you know kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Really nice play call there, because the defense might have been thinking on third and short in the red zone, they're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got first and goal.
The Huskies trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the move, it's Hill. Breaks into the open. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby. And you talk about just being a pain in the butt. This guy, he can just scramble, move, throw it on the run, and his ability to extend the play was the reason for the conversion right there, Paul.
Yeah, and David, I like the idea that he kept his eyes down in the field, right? With his speed, there's a lot of guys in his position that would have just taken off and tried to go get it with their legs, but he gave the play a chance. He allowed the routes to develop and let everybody work the scramble drill to find a big-time completion.
Man, what a start for this offense. That's what you kind of want, man. You want to get in a rhythm. You want to get in the flow. Now, you don't expect 3 plays and 3 first downs, but they'll absolutely take it. But coming out the gates with energy, with passion, executing at a really high level.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Fires to the wideout. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Might be calling a hot route. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994 and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch.
Turning it on! Fighting off the defender. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Throwing, Williams. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Out of the backfield, he's open. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. QB got it himself. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's Williams to throw. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Williams looking for a man. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Touchdown, Washington! Quick strike through the air for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the first down. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all fourth downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter fourth down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Using his feet. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Pressure coming. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets...
Leaping grab for a big gain. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of
Touchdown, Huskies! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's Moore to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hooks. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
That's a bang-bang play, three-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Third and short now from their own 48. Moore from the gun on third down. On target. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Dante Moore gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Stewart. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Again, it's Moore. Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He'll send out 5 wide receivers on second and 4. Moore to the air. Complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Dante Moore wants to throw again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Touchdown, Ducks! Snagged it in the end zone and put points on the board.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Williams. Quarterback extends the play. Rolling right and going deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that.
He's going to fire deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll have to boom one from 58 yards out and be mindful to guide it in from the left hash. Just barely enough to tuck it into that right corner. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with a look at Wisconsin taking on the number 14 team, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And it's the Badgers, not even blinking in this top 25 matchup. They took the lead on the opening drive of the game, and they've been adding to it ever since. Tough to imagine a halftime pep talk is going to change things. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Throwing Moore. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Fires to the right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Moore. Got it. There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Moore will throw. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Moore to the air again. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Here's Moore to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. And here they come, almost all the way back.
love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Wants to pass. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal.
And that's a sneaky big two-point conversion right there by this offense. Like, cutting the lead now. They're only down by 3. I think this is big because you put some game pressure now on the other side of the football. This offense now knows they have to come out here, score some points, or this could get interesting.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off going for the big play. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it to...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down.
Blue 22, blue 22. Go.
Williams to throw for it on fourth. And they can't connect. A